Netflix's mind-bending science fiction epic Three-Body Problem is based on a best-selling trilogy of novels by Liu Cixin, and from the very first moment the adaptation was announced, fans have been waiting anxiously to find out whether showrunners David Benioff, Dan Weiss, and Alexander Wu would be able to bring the full, sweeping story to the screen. Following the success of its first season, Netflix has confirmed that more episodes are on the way, but there's a lot about the show's future that remains mysterious. Here's what we know about Season 2 of Three-Body Problem so far, including who is in the cast. Will there be a Three-Body Problem Season 2? On May 15, 2024, Netflix confirmed that it had renewed Three-Body Problem. Interestingly, though, the announcement didn't refer to a Season 2, and seemed to purposefully avoid specifying how many episodes had been ordered. The press release only stated that the series had been renewed for additional episodes, which will ultimately conclude its run. We're thrilled that we get to tell this story through to its epic conclusion, showrunners Benioff, Weiss, and Wu said in a statement, per THR. Ever since we read the last page of Cixin Liu's magnificent trilogy, we hoped we'd be able to bring the audience to the end of the universe with us. Here we go. In a previous interview with Collider, Benioff indicated that they would need at least 3, maybe 4 seasons to tell the whole story. But it's unclear from this mysterious renewal announcement whether they got their wish. What is the release date for Three-Body Problem Season 2? No release date has yet been announced for the additional episodes of Three-Body Problem. But according to THR, the producers have already been working on a Season 2 on the assumption that a renewal was imminent in order to be able to hit the ground running once it was confirmed. What book will Three-Body Problem Season 2 follow? The first season of Three-Body Problem was based on the first in a trilogy of novels by Chinese author Liu Cixin, known as the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy. Netflix purchased the rights to all 3 books, and Season 2 will presumably follow the second book in the trilogy, titled The Dark Forest. Season 1 largely took its story from the first book, The Three-Body Problem, although it did weave in certain plot points from later books in the series, laying the groundwork for the full trilogy to unfold on screen. In an interview with THR ahead of the first season's release, Benioff admitted that he was even more excited about adapting the second book, which is generally acknowledged to be much stronger than the first. "The books just get better for me," he said. "The second book is far better than the first, and the third book just completely blew my mind. The story just gets more and more ambitious as it goes, and it takes a huge leap in book 2. So I feel like if we survive to the second season, we're going to be in a good place." How did Three-Body Problem Season 1 end? The Season 1 finale of Three-Body Problem picked up shortly after the death of Yi Wenjie, Rosalind Chow, who was the catalyst for the events of the entire series. Yi was an astrophysics prodigy who grew up deeply disillusioned after losing everything during the Chinese Cultural Revolution. While working on a top-secret project at a military base, she made a fateful decision to make contact with an alien race despite knowing that they were hostile and technologically advanced. That race, known as the Santee, is now moving closer and closer to Earth, and is predicted to arrive in 400 years' time. In the finale, Saul, Yovan Adipo, narrowly avoids an assassination attempt from the Santee, and is then recruited against his will to be one of 3 wall-facers, individuals handpicked by the UN to lead Earth's defense effort against the aliens. After trying in vain to get out of this assignment, Saul is told that he was chosen for a reason, and that he'll learn it when the time is right. Meanwhile, Jean Cheng's Hong Project Staircase puts its first mission into action, launching a probe into space carrying the cryogenically frozen brain of Will Downing, Alex Sharp. But the probe goes disastrously off course, thwarting their carefully orchestrated plan. The season ends on a mournful note, with both Jean and Saul despondent over their situations. However, Clarence Scher, Benedict Wong, does his best to cheer them up by taking them to see a swarm of cicadas, pointing out that these bugs have survived for decades despite humanity's best efforts to eradicate them. Now, it's humanity's turn to show the same resilience. Who is cast in Three-Body Problem Season 2? Netflix hasn't yet confirmed exactly which cast members will return for Season 2. However, it's a pretty safe bet that the following series regulars will be back. Yovan Adipo as Dr. Saul Durand. Adipo will return as Saul, the slacker of the Oxford Five whose potential is finally tapped when he's presented with the challenge of an alien invasion. His new role as a reluctant wall-facer effectively puts him on the front lines of the fight in Season 2. Isa Gonzalez as Dr. Augustina, Augie, Salazar. Gonzalez will reprise her role as Augie, a member of the Oxford Five whose nanotech innovations play a major role in the story. Augie's arc is really intense in Season 1, Gonzalez reflected in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. She's not necessarily meant to be likable. Augie is just at a very interesting breaking point when we meet her in Season 1. She went on to offer a hint of what's to come for her character in Season 2, continuing, "We leave her behind at the end of Season 1, technically. So we don't know where she's going to be next, physically and emotionally, and that's pretty exciting as an actress." Jess Hong is Dr. Jean Chung. Hong will be back as Jean, another member of the Oxford Five, a genius astrophysicist who is also the driving force behind the Staircase Project. "I really hope that we get a Season 2, Hong told Elle in an interview for the first season, "because Jean Chung is one of the coolest, juiciest characters I've ever played. But also I've read the books, so I know what's coming. It would be awesome to have to justify those decisions and enter those worlds." Liam Cunningham as Thomas Wade. Cunningham will once again play Wade, the charismatic leader of Earth's most elite intelligence organization. Wade had a terrifying encounter with Sapon, essentially an AI robot acting as the Santai's voice on Earth, in the Season 1 finale. Benedict Wong is Clarence Sher. Based on the character of Sher Chong, aka Sher, in the book, Clarence is a gruff police detective and intelligence officer who becomes entangled with the Oxford Five as he investigates the mysterious deaths of numerous scientists. Marlo Kelly as Tatiana Haas. Tatiana is a composite of several characters from the book and a key player in the Earth Trisolaris Organization, ETO, the Santee-worshipping cult co-founded by Ewengia and Mike Evans, who from the cast will not return for Three Body Problem Season 2. Season 1's body count, no pun intended, was substantial, so there are a few cast members who likely won't be returning as series regulars, though that's not to say they can't show up at all. Among those who won't be returning in main roles are Alex Sharp as Will Downing. Will reveals early in Season 1 that he has terminal pancreatic cancer and ultimately makes the decision to die by euthanasia. But his role in the fight is only just beginning. Before he dies, Will volunteers to have his brain cryogenically frozen, placed into a probe and fired into space, playing a crucial role in the Staircase Project's efforts to fight off the Santee. As of the end of Season 1, Will is dead and his brain is lost in the deepest reaches of space. Rosalind Chow and Zine Sang as Ewengia. It was Ewengia's fateful decision to contact the Santee that sets the events of Three Body Problem into motion. Despite having spent years running a cult that worships the Santee, Ewengia is double-crossed by the alien race and murdered by Tatiana, Marlo Kelly. How many episodes are in Three Body Problem Season 2? Netflix hasn't yet confirmed how many additional episodes of Three Body Problem it has ordered. How to watch Three Body Problem Season 2. Whenever more episodes of Three Body Problem debut, they'll be available exclusively on Netflix.